All right, so we got about 3 or 4 good works on this filly before the ice storm, so we're back with her, and I put a couple of works on her just to kind of get her back in tune after having some time off. So today we're probably gonna go ahead and put a saddle on her and cinch her up. I put a saddle and pad on her yesterday. She took it really good. So the next step is to go ahead and tighten the cinch up. So I've already got her hooked on this session, and I've done a little bit of groundwork, just kind of getting her where she'll follow a feel, get her where she knows where to go with her feet whenever I send her. That's going to be really important whenever we tighten this cinch up. I'm going to try to redirect her feet as much as I can. If she is bucking or anything like that, which is pretty likely. So anyway, we'll let her sniff this pad and kind of get her used to it. I'm gonna rub it on her just like we did yesterday. I don't want to do anything like she's broke to it. Have any expectations. I just want to take my time with her. That was good. She let me put that pad up there. I like to saddle my horses pretty early in groundwork because I want them to get used to that saddle as they get better at their groundwork. Keep in mind when you're doing this to keep a shorter distance between your hand and the halter right there, so that if she were to like run forward or something, you could get a hold of her nose and keep her hindquarters away from you, because the last thing you want her to do is run by you and kick you on the way by. Let her sniff it, move her feet with that pad sitting on her back. And she took it pretty well yesterday, so I knew kind of today she'd probably be all right with me to just toss that saddle up there like that. And I'll probably take this off a couple of times and put it up there a couple of times just so she kind of knows that it'll come off. And I'm not just pounding this saddle down on her back. I'm trying to I've got a technique in it where that saddle goes over her back and it kind of just lands on her more softly. On some horses that matters more than others. I'm going to try to do everything on this side just like I did the other side. All right. I'm going to let my cinches down. I'm going to check fine center. She's pretty small, so I'm going to tighten her up. And most of these little cut and bred colts, we use a 26 or a 28-inch cinch. I'm going to move around where you can kind of see what I'm doing. I would have rather her move her hindquarters right there, but I'm going to take that. That's okay. So she's pretty green, remember. This is pretty good prep for what's about to happen. So the fact that she's not freaking out with this saddle on her. There we go. All right. So I'm going to reach for this cinch with my left hand so that I've got my shoulder to her. You don't want to go like this. So that puts you in a position to get kicked or pawed or whatever. If you've got your back to them, you can kind of get away if you need to. And on this saddle, I've got a pretty good slippery kind of latigo, so it's easy for me to adjust. Sometimes your latigos will be sticky. I've got a cinch that has a roller buckle on it, so it slides real easy. I really like that for a Colt saddle. Now I'm going to reach under here with the same left hand and grab this back cinch so that, in a way that I won't get kicked. All right. So you'll notice I've kind of got a hold of her this whole time because I don't want her to just feel this and just take off. So I'm going to sit here and I'm kind of wiggle this saddle around and let her feel it on her back. You don't want these things to be too loose when you let them go, but you don't want to be just real tight either. You don't want to create a just cinchy monster. I think that's all tight enough, and I think everything's good enough. So I'm going to step back, and I'm going to ask her to move her hindquarters. There we go. That's good. She just went forward at a walk. That's good. So I'm going to hold her up right here, and I'm going to keep myself out from in front of her because she might at any time decide to blow up and go straight forward. So I'm going to stay to her side all the time on a short lead where I can get her nose tipped in towards me and get her hindquarters away from me. Just more rubbing all over, more just reassuring her. She went to the left, she walked to the left, so I'm going to step over here and I'm going to send her to the right. I'm going to put my hand up in her eye, get big enough to send her away. There. I'm going to ask for more than one step. There we go. Good. Just walking, that's good. Now she's thinking about biting it, you know. She knows it's there. That's good. A lot of times these colts, like, they might fool you for about 30 minutes and then blow up because they don't know that that saddle's even on them. That's good. Whoa, whoa. I'm gonna pet on her. Reassure. I'm gonna step back here. And I'm gonna send her back the other way. That's good. I can go all the way around. Whoa. Good. Good. Really like that. All right, now I'm gonna check my tightness again. I want to progressively make this tighter. Wiggle it a little bit. Let her get used to that feel. I'm out of holes on my back cinch, so that's kind of gonna be as tight as it gets. So she's taking it pretty good at a walk. So the next thing to do would be to go ahead and ask her for a turn. Let her walk. That's good. Now I might ask her for a trot. I'm going to ask her to keep going forward. I want her to go forward on a loose rein, but I also want her to keep her hindquarters away from me. So I'm going to bump her chin just like we would any other time we're doing groundwork. I'm going to bump her chin and send her hindquarters away. There we go. Whoa, that's good. Licking her lips a little bit there. Same thing on this side. Oh, good. Now I'm going to check this again, see if I can tighten it up a little bit. This is going good so far. I might rattle this back cinch around a little bit, let her feel that. Go back this way. That's okay. A lot of times when they're going into the lope, that's whenever they start bucking. So I want her to know from the beginning that if she starts bucking, I'm going to pull her around and I'm going to redirect her feet. So I don't really like to just let my colts go. I like to do all the first saddlings on the end of the lead rope so that I can redirect their feet. Be real careful about this hindquarters getting closer to you like that. There it is. So I'm just going to send her the other way. There. From the beginning, all the horses in my program, I cluck to get them to move. More clucking means move faster, and smooching means to go to the lope. And sometimes I have to reinforce it with the flag or the lead rope. If I can't get one to move out on the lead rope, then I will turn them loose. So here in a second, I feel like she's pretty, like, kind of giving us all the jumping and kicking that she's going to give us. I'm going to let her loose. There, because I feel like I'm kind of making it worse right here because I'm running out of lead rope. So I'm going to go ahead and, whoa, good, good. First I'm going to reassure her right here. Let her come back to me and be comfortable. And then I'm going to take this lead rope and I'm going to tie it up to this saddle horn. It's a pretty stiff lead rope. All right, now I'm going to just send her away from me. Good. Oh, good. I'm going to go pet her and reassure her, and then we'll send her back the other way. Oh, oh. Oh. There we go. Oh. That's good. I really don't want her just to stop on that gate, so I might just go ahead and send her on again and ask her to stop somewhere else. Oh, there. That's a better place. Good, good. She drew off that fence for me. It's pretty good first saddling. Oh, there we go. Now, one thing that might get them is whenever you drop these cinches. So, again, you want to have her right here, kind of pulled around where if anything that you don't expect were to happen, you could be in control. There you go.